plus impacting their education, the action students are taking against the violence in schools. Good morning and thank you so much for waking up with us today. I'm Sophia Espinosa. Kyle Rittenhouse's future is now in the hands of the jury. After not reaching a verdict, they will return to deliberate today. Taking steps to reduce violence, millions of dollars would head to communities throughout the state. As WND's Karen Iser reports, this is all a part of the governor's reimagined public safety plan. Communities can apply for funding starting next month, and money will go out starting early next year.
And is also hindering their education. That's
right, and WAND's Alyssa Patrick spoke with administrators about their plan to handle this issue and explains why students feel that it's not enough. Dr. Clark says the district is focused on preventing repeat incidents among students. She's also working with school resource officers to intervene in situations before they escalate.
No idea what day of the week it is.
Yeah, the only reason I know is because at the beginning of the show, the prompter says, "Happy Monday," and I'm like, all right. Monday, good. Or Wednesday. With the holidays coming up, I'm sure many of you are taking out those wallets and starting to check off your holiday shopping list. But saving money while gift shopping might be easier said than done. As I found out, it can be simple to shop for your loved ones without breaking the bank. Bells aren't the only thing ringing this holiday season. As millions of people take on the heavy task of buying holiday gifts for loved ones while not breaking the bank, one of the first things to do is to stay organized.
Make a list. Always start with a list. Don't start blind, or you're just going to spend so much money you can't keep track of it.
Losing track of money is often what gets shoppers in trouble during the holidays.
Always keep a budget, and I keep track of that budget. That is so important, because if you lose track of that budget and then you get that credit card statement next month, you're going to be in shock.
Aside from keeping a strict budget, knowing what to buy and who to buy it for is crucial.
You can even ask them, tell me what you want, just so you have an idea, because I think a lot of people will buy stuff for people and they're not sure if they're going to like it.
Thank you. Have a good day. And once you have that present in mind, do a quick Google search.
Researching it. Don't just buy the first thing you see. Look for those deals to buy one, get one free. Look for percentages off.
And for those in need of gift cards,
I have found if you go to the club stores, they have discounted gift cards.
Justin Richards of Hickory Point Banking Center says another go-to option to shop smart is staying local.
Look for deals. I mean, shop local. A lot of your local businesses are wanting to help out the consumer this year, so I would say definitely shop local.
Regardless of how you choose to shop, buy what you can and don't worry about what you can't.
Buy with your pocketbook, not your heart. I need to buy what I can afford and not what I want to buy, and something that they're going to love.
She says presents come and go, but time with family or friends is the most valuable gift of all. Sophia Espinosa, WAND News. Another tip to those who have a handmade talent, think of using your crafts to make something meaningful rather than heading to the store. But if you do go in for some in-person or online shopping, be aware of scams and frauds. Hickory Point Bank says there is an uptick in fraud during the months of November and December. Now, some tips to avoid fraud include using credit cards instead of debit cards. It makes disputes a lot easier to tackle. Credit cards are also not attached to your checking accounts. Also, beware of online scammers posing as shipping companies asking for personal information. And if you do find yourself a victim of fraud, contact your bank as soon as possible.
You should definitely contact your financial institution. They're the experts on that. They've seen it all. A lot of your financial institutions have seen a lot of fraud recently, and don't be afraid to go to them. A lot of the times, your scammer is going to say, do not tell anybody about this. But that's the first thing you should do. Just get in contact with them.
Understanding those on the picket line. Coming up, why it's important John Deere comes to an agreement this week. United Auto Workers union members will vote on the third preliminary contract agreement with John Deere, and all of this after members rejected 2 prior proposals.
As Stephanie
Governor J.B. Pritzker is investing in air travel. The governor announced over $2.5 million in grants to expand the aviation workforce
for an electric future.
While back in Washington, Democrats are beginning their work on their next plank in this agenda. NBC's Chris Pallone has the latest. It was quite a sight in Northern Virginia as vintage buses dating back to the 1940s were suspended high in the sky. And yes, you heard that right. Juliana Valencia shows us the plan for the buses being placed on a performing arts center roof.
After more than a month apart.
That's right. Charlie the bear is now back in his owner's arms. Look at that right there. So sweet. Mavis DeMatteis was overjoyed when to see that stuffed animal again. The 40-year-old toy was found at the Warren County Public Library by an employee all time. And I feel like New Year's Day is like the perfect day to kind of stay indoors and watch a movie, maybe some hot chocolate. So I think this is coming out at the perfect time. How exciting. I'm Sophia Espinosa. It's 6 a.m. on this hump day, and today we have meteorologist Phil Collins joining us. He woke up early with everyone here in Central Illinois. Phil, Anthony asked off, and now we know why. It was because he didn't want to deliver the bad news, as Darren told us earlier in our past hour. So can you please do the honors and tell us what we don't want to hear?
Poor Phil.
Sure, I'll go ahead and be that Voldemort.
We'll take a look at what's coming to Springfield, a highly esteemed piece of Lincoln's history. An original handwritten copy of the Gettysburg Address will be on full display at the Presidential Library and Museum starting this Friday. It was first delivered on November 19th, 1863, and is considered one of the most famous speeches ever written. It's crazy how you start looking for new things to look forward to, and before I was looking forward to the 60, now I'm looking forward to the 50 in a couple of days.
Yeah.